We have returned. Hello, shopkeeper.
Yeah, he looks... Oh, snake! And yes, I genuinely forgot that there was a snake in there. Because there's no snake in there in Leon's campaign. And I'm very glad I shot that in one. I got a couple lucky strikes on snakes.
I'm not open yet. As you can see, I don't have my blue torches up. But I suppose the customer comes first. Sell me treasures!
What are you selling?
Oh, yeah. I do show this because it's part of the game, and goddammit, if I had to listen to this idiot say, what are you buying, what are you selling, over and over again, everybody else is going to, too. I've already listened to him, like, fucking, I don't even know how many times by now. I've been playing this game since 2005. So, again, pretty much all the item locations are the same, except for the lantern above the hatch right here, but you'll see that there are some goodies that Leon couldn't get in his campaign. But there are no enemies in here! This is all different and strange, how novel! I'm just stabbing the crap out of everybody. Oh, yep, and... kick! Stabby, stabby. Yeah, see, he just gets right back up as soon as you knock him down.
Oh, he was down for a good 2.5 seconds.
No, he wasn't. I mean, I knocked him down, and then he just gets right back up as soon as he's... Like, it skips the lying prone animation.
Well, he might not have been in a good spot to go lying prone.
And also notice that I'm picking up the elegant mask treasures, the combinable components that go into the mask to increase its value. Fucking, yeah, just lighting her up. So normally you would never see enemies in this particular section of the game. So I hope it came as much as a surprise to me as it would anybody else who played this to actually see people down here. As though maybe this was a part of the game that was in, but they decided to take out later. Knowing Capcom, I would not put it past them to have created all this content as early as the GameCube release, but omitted it in order to set up a paywall later. Because, you know, Capcom tends to do that with their games. But you know what? I already bought this game 3 times. I bought the GameCube version, the PS2 version, and the Xbox 360 version, which is what I'm playing for this. And also, it should be noted, the Xbox 360 port, not bad at all. It appears to use the Wii graphics, but the cutscenes look muddy. I don't know why.
You managed to shoot a bird nest with a single shot using the semi-auto. Sweet.
Yes. Well, I mean, all you gotta do is just... I missed! Oh, shit. You're going to want to shoot the crows there to get a little bit of money. That's the only way to max out your earnings during the playthrough. As if you would ever need to max out your earnings. I'm just making heads roll, son.
No, you're making heads explode. There's a difference.
There are more enemies in this section of, like, the church area than in the normal campaign, so if you're going by Leon's campaign to determine where everybody is, you're probably going to get either shocked or hit. Don't you love it when the enemies tell you they're right behind you in a foreign language?
Actually I do. It's an interesting touch.
Yeah, the first 2 chapters of the game will feel pathetically easy because Ada's weapons are more powerful than Leon's were at this section of the game, if this was Leon you were controlling.
Right.
Her weapons are easily...
I don't think Leon even had access to the sub yet, did he?
No. In Chapter 1-1... Well, Chapter 1-1, the only 2 weapons you could possibly get are the handgun and the shotgun. You can't access the shopkeep until Chapter 1-2. Red gem!
So you're missing but 1 gem for the elegant mask.
Yeah, the last gem is in the church. God damn it, I'm such a klepto.
It's okay.
I'm not gonna
Although, the Fabio dance was a bit much.
What's the Fabio dance?
You know, where you were riddling him with bullets, and his chest, you know, was flexing left and right rapidly.
Well, yeah, it's because every time you hit him, the character model resets in place, so he appears to be moving extremely rapidly. My objective right now is not to get in the church right away. I'd like to get in there, but the door is locked for some inexplicable reason. I have to get the key. But the key is locked in a mechanism that will close if I try to take it out. So I'll get sealed in if I try to get the key. Oh, by the way, that's the first time I ever put away my knife after slashing the snake box open and still managed to kill the snake before it hits me.
And you got the golden chicken egg.
Yeah, I was really happy about that. The golden chicken egg is a full restore. Chainsaw? And a woman, no less. You should be in the kitchen. Yeah.
Are you sure you trust her in the kitchen, dude? She's got a freaking chainsaw.
Yeah, you know what? It's funny you point that out. I don't think I would trust any of these people to be in the kitchen. You know, I mean, Ada was just looking at their handiwork. She thought that they lacked personal hygiene. Now, I know that she's not a representative of the health department or whatever section of Spain they happen to be in at this particular time, but I would not eat any of the cooking from here. I would probably die of some kind of disease.
You know, like Los Plagas.
The music stopped. That means there are no enemies left, so I feel safe.
Wait a minute. When Capcom stops their music, they tend to do this thing called, you know, atmospheric bosses.
By the way, I'm showing the fastest way to solve this puzzle with only 13 movements. You have to hit 3 7 times, you have to hit 4 5 times, and then you have to hit 3 the last time in order to get all of them. And in separate ways, you have to do this in order to proceed with the game, because that's how you get the round insignia.
Okay, but why did you have to go through why did you have to go through that puzzle?
I don't know, because in the main campaign, Leon can take out the green cat's eye just fine, and that door doesn't seal on him. It's as though the Ganados deliberately shut it off, like it was some kind of annoyance or something. Oh, stabbing action.
Slashing.
I call it stabbing because I watched this blind Let's Play of this girl playing RE4 on the Wii, and whenever she started using her knife, she called it stabby stabby. I just throw a grenade because fuck these people, I'm tired of seeing them. Inconveniently, one of them's still alive. Die! Walking slowly. It's like, right here. Why are you walking so slowly?
Well, they are a zombie, so...
They're not zombies, damn it. They're
so what would you describe them as?
They're possessed humans.
And what are they possessed with?
Las Plagas.
Oh.
Yeah.
So, Los Plagas does not make them zombies?
They're like... They're zombies with an attitude.
So, normal zombies, then.
Yeah, I mean... Like, these guys are even humorous at times, but they're mostly extremely shocking. I was still getting used to the idea that I was killing basically humans the first couple times I was playing this game. I mean, I started playing this when I was like 14 or something, so violence of this sort was still sort of new to me. Also, I mean, except for those 2 zealots that you find in Chapter 2-2 when you're playing as Leon, there are no enemies in the church. And they're also playing the boss music from Chapter 1-3, as though they're basically wrapping up the first chapter of the game.
And with that, you have all 3 gems for the Elegant Mask.
Yay!
Does that mean we unlock it as an alternate character? Or costume?
Well, you can't wear it, so might as well sell it.
Oh.
Don't worry, Ashley. You'll be safe. Pay no attention to the stabbing and the gunshots outside your door, and please don't even make a solitary sound.
Well, at this point, Leon has already been in here.
No, he hasn't. It's still daytime. Leon doesn't come here until after dark, when the Las Plagas start coming out. The music's over, and yes, those were the last enemies. Because the only thing left to do is to solve the little thing first. But first, combining action! Now I can sell the elegant mask for 20,000 Crusaders. And yes, the lights are arranged differently, so you can't use the same button combination used in the campaign. It's like, oh, so you mean it was upside down before? And why that mechanism locks, I don't know. It doesn't matter, because Ashley's gonna stay in there whether you like it or not.
Hello, grainy cinematic.
Yeah, like, see? It's like they took the video directly from the PS2, rendered it using the Xbox 360 coding for this port, and this is the result. Because in the PS2 version of the game, the cutscenes did not look this grainy.
Yeah, not only do they look grainy, but they have a blur effect on the movements.
Yeah, that's the only thing about this port. Let alone this minigame. The only thing about this port that I do not like is that the cutscenes in separate ways aren't as well rendered as they should be.
Right.
Because, I mean, the whole game takes less than 4 gigabytes of space, so why couldn't they fit in the high-quality video?
Because high-quality video, as you're learning, is really fucking huge.
Oh, come on, you can't use that excuse.
Here's what I know so far. Osmond
Plot exposition.
Los Illuminados. They resurrected some sort
So,
of
this is to establish that Ada is some kind of omniscient narrator with respect to Leon, because Leon doesn't know shit.
Right.
So Ada went into this to collect the Master Plaga sample for the organization, which by this point in the game you don't know is even Wesker or some.
Wait, Ashley's already been infected?
Yeah, of course she's already been infected. She's the bargaining chip.
The same principle.
Oh right, my bad, I forgot that.
Yeah, the whole premise of the game is that you can't escape because if you do, you turn all zombie-y.
The tissue contained an organ presumably used for sensing sound.
How does she get this video?
I've seen
That was a dream
copies carrying
sequence.
ceremonial rods, and I wonder if they emit these sounds.
It's,
Of course, this is purely theoretical.
so basically, Ada, there is no guarantee that anything you're saying is worth
a bike pump.
jiggly
To
squat.
confirm or disprove these
These
theories.
things haven't happened
That
yet.
is the main objective of my mission, and the only way to prove my loyalty to the organization.
Hold it, this video player actually summarizes the entire game for Resident Evil 4.
There's no
Basically,
turning back
yes.
now.
Ada shows up for a small bit, Leon gets infected and manages to cure himself, and then they leave the island.
Yeah, that's the whole game in a nutshell. Saving! In the next part, we start Chapter 2 of Separate Ways. Overwriting action! Don't worry, I've played this game way too many times.